Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. Good morning to you all. Throughout the duration of the Euros this summer, we will be doing a breakfast show every morning. Okay, what we will be doing is obviously looking at the latest news surrounding the Euros, and of course we'll dip in some Leeds United news in there for you as well. Hope you're all doing fantastically well. Oh, Connor will be on me. He'll be on me with the, what do they call it? I don't know, the... What do you call it? I don't know. Trading standards, copyright. That's it. Listen, I'm channeling Scotland today. I've got my Billy Bremner top on. Big up to Tash and All Leeds TV, by the way, because this is one of from their merch store. So big up little Billy Bremner, and he is the captain of the crew. There you go. Yeah. There we go. So I'm channeling Scotland today. The joys of shift work can catch a live stream matching on together. Yeah, big up to you all. Listen, if you haven't already, smash a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. Big up to All Leeds TV, says Ollie Tate. Big up to Alison, Darren Lee, Danny, Terry, Darren, Alison, Trotsky, Dale, everybody in the chat. What we're going to be doing, as I say, is going to be looking at the latest Euro news, everything surrounding that. Obviously, it kicks off tonight. We will be doing a watch-along live from 7:30. Make sure you join the Euro Fantasy League as well. We have got now, let's have a look. I'll tell you what we've got in there now. Let me go on the league. We've got 72. We've got 72 members up to this point. BRG, Sleeping Giants, we've got the Wolfpack, Andrea, Ethan, Bielsa Ballers, who else have we got? Tommy Tang, LUFC, Leeds United Lions, Barrymore's Swim Team, that's an interesting one, get it up, yeah. Ben White, Spray Tan, Bamford, there's me, look, Just Joe FC, nice and easy. Red Bull Leeds, Northern Monkeys, Dan. Do you want to see my team? Shall I show you my team? I explain my team, no cheating, yeah. So I've gone for Lukaku and Doku, Killy. Yeah, there is a link to this, Dale. It's just Euro Fantasy, UEFA Euro Fantasy, and if you go to the pin chat, in the pin chat there's the code, and all you need to do is put that code in BTH and then capital H7M. Okay, that's your code. So getting it. Yeah, that's my team anyway. Quick little snapshot. I don't know if you can make that out, to be fair. Let's have a look. Yeah, and then you've got a bench as well. You could sub these on. So after these have played the round of game, if you don't like, say, Danny Olmo's performance, what you can do is sub him out in between matches and bring on, say, Bruno Fernandes, for example. So make sure you get involved. Yeah, Vic, I needed someone cheap, bro. I needed someone cheap. I can't lie to you. I needed someone cheap, bro, so I went for Grant Handley. What I will say, though, right, and this is something that I've just found out this morning, Notoriously, in the opening game, the host nation don't do well in the Euros. And what I mean by that is, yeah, they might win, but it's only by the solitary goal. Sometimes there's draws. I've just been listening to the, not the Top 20 podcast, but they're doing like an England special. And they were just saying there while I was walking the dog that the host nation, first game, very rarely do well, 1-0 or draws. So I'm thinking, well, Grant Hanley might start. Put him in there, you never know. Scotland might get a clean sheet. There you go. And then also, if they do get battered, what I can do is then sub him off for João Cancelo when they play Czech Republic. So what happens is, yeah, like the way the Euro ones work, whoever your final 11 is at the end of that match day, which is the first round of games, that's your points. So you do have an opportunity to take people in and out. You also have an opportunity to change the Capitano, but obviously if you change him, you can't change him back. So if you like run the risk and say, oh, I think Bruno Fernandes will do well, switch your captain out, and he gets less points than, say, Wirtz, who's my current captain, then you're in a bit of a sticky situation. Get these owners out 9 hours in and no one's been bought, says Luke. Listen, we'll touch on the Leeds United news as well. It might be quiet, mightn't it? It might be quiet for the first few weeks anyway. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. Anyway, let's see what the latest news is on the Euros front. So there are changes to VAR. I don't know if you're aware of this. folks, but there are changes to VAR slightly in this year's Euros, so it will make handball and offside calls clearer with fans shown decisions on the big screen. And they will be shown a detailed explanation of VAR decisions on big screens in a move that is hoped will improve communication with supporters inside grounds. It's probably something that's going to be coming over to the Premier League, you would imagine. The connected ball technology uses a chip inside the Adidas ball that tracks touches 500 times per second and will enable VARs to quickly assess contentious handball decisions. There you go. I guess that's an important step. Robert Rossetti, in charge of the referees at the tournament, said a frame-by-frame replay of an incident will be accompanied by a visualisation showing if contact was detected. A major complaint about VAR in the Premier League is that the match-going fans are left unclear. In Germany, detailed summaries of VAR rulings will be shown in stadiums throughout the event in a change that, if successful, can be replicated in England. There you go. A theoretical example for a penalty awarded for a handball was described as Germany number 9 touched the ball with left arm, which is in an unnatural position above the shoulder and making his body bigger. There you go. That's going to keep us all up to date then, innit? That's decent. Yeah. Hello, Joe. My proud nation of Scotland will win tonight. Listen, I'm channeling you, mate. I've got my Billy Bremner top on. I don't own anything Scottish. This is the closest I can get for you. Billy Bremner is the closest I can get. I am Trotsky. I'm covering all the games. Keeping it locked. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I'm there. Big up to Scottish Leeds fan Davey, Morning Joe, and everyone. Come on, Scotland. Listen, I want you to do well. Hence the Billy Bremner. I want you to beat Germany. So let's hope you can do. That would be nice, right? It is a bit of a worry from a France perspective. Arguably, a lot of people's favourites for the tournament. Just looking at the poll as well that I put out earlier. Who wins the Euros? I asked. France, England, Portugal, or other. I was going to put Germany. I was going to put Spain, but I thought, do you know what? I'll just put other. Because my pick really is probably Portugal, but England and France are joint favourites according to the bookies. And then I put other, like I say. So 34% of you have gone for a France to win the Euros. England 25%, other 26%, and 15% have gone Portugal just currently. This might change some of your opinion, although, they don't play now till Monday, I don't think, France. But Kylian Mbappe and Kingsley Coman miss France training ahead of Euro 2024 favourites opening match against Austria. So they've missed training session on Thursday following a virus outbreak at the team's Euro 2024 training base. So one to keep an eye on there, especially for you fantasy team aficionados like myself. We might have to get rid of Killy. But listen, I think as well, to be fair, like there seems to have been some sort of outbreak in the England setup, or at least I know John Stones was out with some sort of illness. So maybe it's going round. Maybe it's the German weather. I don't know. Maybe the Germans have done a bit of a madness and released some toxins into the atmosphere. But yeah, so Kylian Mbappe and Kingsley Coman have both missed France training session on Thursday following a virus outbreak. I think Coman will be off the bench anyway, but they can't. The Les Bleus cannot be missing Killy because he's their main man, isn't he? It also says, while manager Didier Deschamps was also affected by the bug, later reports indicated that Mbappe managed to work in the gym on his own despite feeling unwell and briefly appeared on the training pitch to greet fans thereafter. So obviously not that much of a worry. However, Bayern Munich winger Coman was forced to spend the day isolated in his room, though it is believed his illness is not too serious. Additionally, Konate and Tchouameni began the group training session but later broke off to undertake individual exercises with the team's physical trainers. Also, it says here Dembele provided an update on the situation, disclosing that he has also suffered from illness in the lead up to the Euros. Clearly going around then, Clearly going around the French camp. We will touch on this, Ollie. Give me a bit of time. We'll touch on Leeds United a little bit later on, okay? We're just rounding off on the Euros news first and foremost. Shea Adams-Strong wants to play both, leaving Southampton. I reckon Scotland can get a draw out of the Germany game. Yeah, so do I, mate. Why not? 1-0, 0-0. Get a clean sheet. Grant Hantley all the way. That's what we want, right? That's what we want, peeps. That's what we want. What's this? An Arsenal-related guide to the Euros. Just telling us Arsenal players that are at the tournament. We don't need to that. What's this? Mbappe, France enter Euro 2020 leading contenders. Do you know what? I made this point as well. I'm going to share this because I made this point the other day on the Euros preview we did, and sort of Deschamps has been speaking about it as well, just around how the atmosphere around the French camp is different, and so the contacts around the French team is different. Deschamps said last week as his squad started to gather to prepare for the Euros at Clairefontaine training base, and I think a lot of that because like obviously there's a hell of a lot of focus on Kylian Mbappe, as you would imagine, and I wonder if now that his move to Real Madrid has been ratified, that sort of like there's not all this, you know, all this like just media hype and everything around him. Will he move to PSG? Will he leave PSG? Will he go Madrid? That seems to have gone every single summer. Now that deal's done, you know, I think he could be ready to light it up, to be honest. I think he could be. I mean, he lights it up anyway, doesn't he? World Cup, Euros, whatever it may be. But yeah. Deschamps says it's true that I have not won the Euros as a coach, but then lots of coaches have not won it. Obviously led France to glory in the 2018 World Cup. After the World Cup, there is nothing bigger than the Euros, and there is some logic to the idea that we are among the favourites, like other teams, after everything we have done. Yeah, you know, France have got a sick team, haven't they, if we're being totally honest. Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappe. There are obviously some weird choices. Will he start with Saliba? Obviously, he likes to go with Rabiot, that I don't think many other coaches will, but, you know, he runs all day, does what's asked of him, I guess. Still as well, like, Giroud, as much as I love Giroud, he's now an MLS player. Can he have the same impact? I'd imagine he would, because, yeah, it's Giroud. Like, I think he's so underappreciated and so undervalued as a number 9, personally. Super duper Liam Cooper. It's unfortunate that it won't start, right? We haven't got much representation at the Euros. It'd have been nice if we did, but yeah. Unfortunately, we don't, do we? Which is disappointing. I suppose we've got Rasmus Christensen, Max Vober, these sort of heads. But we hate them, don't we? So Paul says France or Germany for me. Jim Howson says, my predictor, I've ended up with Germany winning the cup. Florian Wirtz is going to light it up. Probably. But then again, is there so much like hype around him because of his season that he might have a dud? You just don't know, do you? Big up to Gary Paul, who joined us last night, obviously, in our transfer chat. Big up to everyone that watched that. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It was a great chat and a good laugh. Towards the end as well. Gary Paul says, morning Joe, transfer window open. Yeah, man, exactly. It is open. At least Brendan is in the copper. Yeah, listen, are we all on board with Brendan now? The propaganda's been good. I think he's going to light it up, genuinely. I think he's going to be a star boy in the Championship. Is that wild? I'm not sure. Right, let's get into this one anyway. Kun Aguero, one of the best strikers to ever grace the Premier League, has been talking about his picks for the Euros, and he thinks Germany could be in with a shout, not least because he's give props to Jamal Musiala. Obviously mentioned Harry Kane as well. But speaking to State.com, Aguero targeted Musiala and Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz as two of the players to watch out for the tournament, like's been mentioned in the chat. I think there is a good number of players who could have a major role. There's plenty of talent to go around. It would be nice to see Phil Foden, Jamal Musiala, Florian Wirtz, Lamine Yamal and Jeremy Doku are the players to look out for. Young players with a bright future ahead. We'll have to keep a close eye on them. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Here's something I'm going to do for you. I'm going to put a new poll in the chat, and I'm going to ask you, of them players that have just been mentioned, who's going to have the best tournament. Like I say, the breakfast show is going to be very interactive, nice and chill. Nothing too major. Right, so we'll put Foden. We'll put Musiala. We'll put Wirtz. Oh, no. I tell you what, I'm going to take Musiala out. I don't want to put two Germans in, right? So we'll go with Wirtz. We'll go with Lamal, yeah. Yamal, sorry. And then we'll go with Doku. Because I think Doku could have a sick tournament as well. Not least because, for me, Belgium have the easiest group. I also think that your man Trossard could have a good tournament as well. But we're looking from a youngster perspective, aren't we, here? So who will the best tournament? You know what it's meant to say. It's early. Who will the best tournament? So we've got Foden, Wirtz, Yamal and Doku. So according to Aguero, they're the ones to watch out for from a youngster perspective. As for who might finish as top scorer, Aguero thinks Kane has a good chance to win the Golden Boot. The countries that get to late stages will surely be the home of the top scorer. I think Harry Kane and Mbappe should be kept on the radar, though there are major players who can make their scoring capabilities known in major matches, says Aguero. You know, the thing is, for me, when it comes to the scoring charts, you need to have a good group. Kane does have one if England play well. Yeah? If England play well, he will score many, many goals. But I'm looking at Belgium. I'm looking at Lukaku. I'm looking at Doku. Just to light it up. Just to light it up. In that group, they're in a terrible group. Who's in there? I was going to say Rotherham. Romania. I mean, same level to Rotherham on the international stage. Remember like Euro 96 and stuff when they had like Popescu, all them players. We're going to get to the Leeds news toward the end, Carl. We're going to round off on the Euro stuff first and foremost. But yeah, like, gone are them days. So they've got Romania. Who else have they got in their group? Let me have a look now. Euro 2024 groups. Let's have a look. Table. Belgium have got such an easy group. Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine. Yeah. Slovakia, okay. Maybe could cause problems. I think they beat Romania and Ukraine. I've clicked Doku, but it was between Doku and Foden for me. Yeah, fair. Well, you don't know though. The number one Saints fan, they might be sending off, mightn't they? You know. But however, if they both win their groups in different sides of the draw, one of us probably won't win our group. I don't know. We can't. We've got to. I'm telling you, we can't have. Yeah, we need to win ours. I don't know, I think Germany's group's quite... No, I wouldn't say difficult. They should progress, of course, but Hungary are no slouchers. Switzerland can do a bit. You know, they did something in the Euros, if you remember, when they beat France in the last Euros. Didn't Pogba score? If I remember rightly, Pogba scored late on and then it counted for nothing because they came back, right? Yeah, the transfer window is open today, Bales of the Purd 6. Hungary, Szoboszlai, the manager Rossi, we were talking about the other day, done great stuff there. I think they're giving him a lifetime contract, weren't they? Lockie was saying the other day, so I don't think that's as easy group as maybe... to be honest, I don't understand all the flowers for Germany. I think it's a little bit premature. Just my opinion. Maybe I'll be wrong. But yeah, look, Aguero thinks Harry Kane, Mbappe for Golden Boot, player of the tournament, or ones he's excited to see, like we say, Lamine Yamal, Jeremy Doku, Jamal Musiala, Phil Foden, and Florian Wirtz. They're the ones for him to watch out for. I mean, listen. This one was a bit of a wild one. I'm gonna chat to you about it, but I didn't know Suffolk was about that life. But Suffolk police urged safety ahead of Euro 2024 tournament. Apparently, it must have kicked off in Suffolk last time with a lot of abusive and kickoffs and stuff. This is the only thing, right? And I don't mean to upset anyone. Like I was going to say it the other day when Oscar said Germany the best place for a tournament bar England. England fans, unfortunately, we let ourselves down because of the drink culture and stuff. It all just kicks off all the time, doesn't it? Like if you look at what happened the last time with the final and Wembley and stuff like that, it's all a bit mad for me. I think we're just idiots, and that's myself included. I think, drink gets drunk and then it'll all just get a bit wild. But yeah, I think, do you know what? I do worry for fans out there, especially if they're going to get on the drink and give it the big one, because Serbia, Slovenia, nah. Don't mess with them gads. Don't mess with the gadgets. Don't mess with the Balkans. Don't mess with the Eastern Europeans, because they will end you. Do you know what I mean? They will ender you. So yeah, it's a bit mad. Keeping out for João Neves for Portugal. Will be off the bench, but unreal baller. Very, very young. Yeah. I feel so, number one Saints fan. I feel that happens quite a lot, unfortunately. We'll wait and see. We shall see. Let's see what this article's saying then. So it's saying fans are anxious to see if Germany can fire Euro 2024 in opener against canny Scotland. The sound of bagpipes and men in kilts on the streets of Munich, Scotland is in town, says the article. And the excitement is ramping up ahead of the European Championship curtain raiser on Friday. The final is in Berlin on July 14th, and Germany is even keener to get there after 3 straight fiascos at major tournaments that has forced its fans to readjust their expectations of the men's national team. And this is where, for me, folks, and I don't know if you agree or not, I feel like the praise for Germany is a little bit premature. It's a little bit premature. We need to wait to see what they're like in tournament football. Yes, they've had a good run-up, but they haven't had to qualify. It's been a lot of friendlies, and friendlies are just that, friendlies. Let's see what happens when the tournament starts. Now, of course, they've got a great coach in Nagelsmann. They've got some fantastic players who've had great seasons, but I just think it's a little bit premature to be putting them up there yet. Now, if they go out tonight and they batter Scotland and they look amazing doing it, then okay, right, they're here to play. But I almost feel it's a little bit premature at this moment in time to be all on Germany. And I think Scotland could do something. We'll wait and see. But they could. And I hope they do. Yeah. This is another one. I don't know if this is on the back of the story we just touched on, the VAR changes, but AI will be glued to the action stronger than the eyes of even the referees. Will be able to track any slight motion made by the ball and player thanks to the latest video-assisted referee. Yeah, it's what we were talking about. An upgraded semi-automated version of technology incorporated more advanced AI and a real-time location tracking chip embedded in the ball was first used in 2022. And Euro 2024 will feature its latest iteration. There you go. How does AI observe a football match? The world's going mad, right? I can't lie to you. This is Skynet shit. Like, Skynet. This is Skynet shit. Yeah? I just heard this as well, so if you are a betting man, I've stopped betting, but if you are a betting man, now if anyone outside of the captain goes up to the referee, you get an instant yellow card. Now, with any rule, that's going to take some bedding in. So tonight, if you are a betting man, over 2.5 cards is nailed on. Because both Germany and Scotland have some players that like to get up in the refs' faces. Yeah. So I can envisage, with it being the first game, the new ruling, that, I don't know, a Scott McTominay, I don't know, is he the Scotland captain? A John McGinn, a Thomas Muller, a Rudiger. These players can be up in the referees' faces. And then if that happens and you're not the captain, you're getting a straight yellow card. That's a new rule that's coming in. So what I would say, a bit like, do you remember this when they did the fucking, we're going to add all the time on and we had like 15 minutes at the end of 90 minutes? It'll go away eventually because this is too much. I feel it's too much. Why? Look, I'm not saying crowd the referees like Chelsea did back in the day, but come on, man. It's an emotional game. Tensions are high. It's a Euros. There might be sometimes you want to chat to the referee and be like, what? But if you're not, I don't know. I think it's going to be very difficult to police. And if you're going to dish out yellow cards, we're going to get some red cards, I think, even. So you get a yellow card to go into the referee, there's no guarantees you then won't go into a challenge. So it's a bit of a mad one for me. Ian thinks it's a good rule. I'm not sure. That's just me. Yeah, like you say, Bruno Fernandes, there's bare players that could do this. Italians could be in trouble with these cards. So it's different. It's a game, doesn't need tech. Yeah, like you said, mate, you're under 8s, will be doing VAR soon. They already do it, don't they? They all do these signs and that. I don't think it's praise. I think it's expectations. Crew's last tournament in football, home turf, and they're a good team. Should be doing well. Vic agrees with you on Germany home team. Excellent players, best coach at the tournament. I just feel, let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, let's wait and see. James Gibson's just become a member. Big up to you, James Gibson. Thank you for joining us. Doesn't stop rugby being emotional. Yeah, fair enough, Ian. We'll see, though. We'll see. But like Ryan says, I think it'll fade out. Like any new ruling does. Like if you remember Leeds in the Premier League, Robin Koch gets a handball. We lose to Liverpool on the opening day. That, by the second half of the season, was no more. The added time on each game, we were getting 15, 20 minutes, man, sometimes. Towards the end, 5. This will be the same. They'll go, we need to change it. We're giving out too many yellow cards. I think, personally. But we'll wait and see, won't we? We'll wait and see what actually happens, if it goes that way indeed. Big boost for England. Big boost for England, folks, on this one, because John Stones makes England training returning major boost for the opener against Serbia. Of course, England play tomorrow at 8 o'clock against Serbia. No, they don't. They play Sunday, my apologies. And he's handed England boss Gareth Southgate a major boost by returning to training. I'm not sure what's going on with Luke Shaw, but, having Stones back's good. But I was actually again, listening, because all I do is take in football via video, via podcast. It's just all the time. And the only respite I've got from that at the minute is Resident Evil, because even when I play on my phone, I play Football Manager, so it's a bit mad. It's just wall-to-wall football. But they were making the point on the Not the Top 21 that John Stones and Mark Guehi are both not great in the air. If you look for aerial duels, they're both quite poor at it. Whereas, say, comparatively, Harry Maguire, very good in the air. They mentioned like Adam Webster, good in the air. Even Lewis Dunk's not great in the air. He's more tasked with being the ball-playing centre-back at Brighton. So our centre-backs are very poor in the air. Now, when we come against Serbia, you've got Mitrovic, you've got Vlahovic. Like, this could be long. Like, set pieces are what them teams are going to come and try get from England. So, yeah. That's something we need to watch out for. We're going to miss Maguire, and it makes me laugh because everyone's been throwing shade at this guy for time, and I've been defending him, saying, listen, he never put a foot wrong for England. Okay, you could argue maybe he loses a Giroud for the game against France in the Euros, but he can't be perfect all the time. But we'll miss him, We'll miss that big slabhead. I can't lie to you. So, yeah, just something to consider. But John Stones back in training. Listen, if we don't have to defend set pieces, he's a very good centre-back in it, let's be honest. So it's been a major question if he'll make it. I hope he does, because I don't want Dunk and Guehi. I don't rate Dunk personally. But yeah, maybe good in the Premier League, but like even defensively, even like Oscar was saying the other day, Brighton's goals conceded under De Zerbi are no joke. Like, let's not pretend they're amazing. But yeah, he's back in training on Tuesday, only to then sit out Wednesday's session because of illness, but then was back Thursday. So he was there. However, the Manchester City centre-back was back on the field in Blankenheim. I hope I pronounced that right. On Thursday morning, as all 26 members of Southgate's squad trained, which is important, which means that Luke Shaw also trained. We need him at left back. I think how wild is it, folks? How wild is it that England have one decent left back? It's mad in the whole of English football. Like, I've seen some takes saying Leif Davis should have got a call up on that. Obviously, Ipswich fans, it's wild. It's wild. Let's get let's be realistic here. Do you know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't be getting no call up, in my opinion, anyway. Let me just let's see what's being said here. Here we go. Declan Rice has been chatting, folks, about England's chances going into the Euros, and he's been quite bullish. Let's see what he's had to say. Declan Rice has insisted that England can have no excuses at Euro 2024 with the Three Lions going in search of their first European Championship title. He said, I think the team has got more experience. The squad level is stronger. Man United and Chelsea winning every season, whereas now you've got the Liverpools, the Cities, the Arsenals, that more of England players know how and what it's like to win, puts us in good stead. I can't lie, he's got a good point, obviously, referring to the past when you had the likes of Lampard and then obviously the Man United players, your Nevilles, your Scholes, etc. Now it's more spread out amongst the team. Look, we've even got Crystal Palace players in there. I do respect Gareth for what he's picked, and and I think we all agree with what Declan Rice is saying. Like, as an England fan, there are no excuses. You've got to go and win it. Got to go and win it. Even if you're not the fit, you've got to go and win it. Big up Halimi. Big up Halimi. You've got to go and win it. You've got the players now. You've come close on 3 occasions. Go and win it now. Okay, on the balance of the squad, I don't think we're the best team out there because of the issues we have in defence. But you still should be up there. I agree as well, Andrew. I hope he uses him. I hope he uses him off the bench because he will put the fear of death into people. When he comes on the pitch late on 70 minutes, boom. Bring him on Cole Palmer, boom. Let them just cause havoc. Let them cause havoc. Underdogs, mate. We did a preview the other day. Austria. I think Austria have a very good side. But yeah, look. Crystal Palace boys bringing it home. I hope so, mate. Listen, I do love what's going on there. I can't lie to you. So let's do it, man. Eze is the man. He's going to be the ace in the pack, if you like. Yeah, he's going to be the ace in the pack for me, bro. Off the bench, he's going to cause all sorts of problems, I think. So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what he can do. Like, I'd sooner see him come out. Listen, I'm a big fan of Jarrod Bowen and that, but I want to see Eze used, to be honest. Right, let's see what Ryan Porteous has been saying for Scotland ahead of their big opener. He says, outlines Euro 2024 goal ahead of the Germany opener. He had to say this: I think we've now built up a foundation, a kind of level of expectation where we should be qualifying for these tournaments. It's a mentality thing that Steve Clarke has drilled into us for a long time. Hopefully that mentality can stay for future generations. The fact that Scotland aren't just there to make up the numbers, that we've got a lot of talent and ability. We want to make it so that Scotland have earned a right to be spoken about in terms of these competitions all the time. I think this is only the second time that Scotland have qualified for a major tournament in my lifetime. Is the last time Scotland was at Euros, Euro 96, people? That's right, isn't it? I know they were in the World Cup, same group, but the last time they qualified for Euros was 96, I believe, right? So it's a fantastic time to be a Scottish football fan. I think that shows with the fans as well. There's been a lot of hard times growing up being Scottish, particularly in football terms. And he says it doesn't get much bigger or better than playing Germany. Obviously, had big wins over Norway and Spain in order to qualify. We really want to go over there and impress because we've shown that we can really compete against top teams when everyone is on it. Nah, it was Euro 2020. Right, okay, memory's sharing it. Is that when we played them? Yeah, we played them at the last Euros, didn't we? Why did I think that was the World Cup in the same group as USA? They didn't qualify for the World Cup. Yeah. I remember, Kieran. Sorry, yeah. You know what my memory's like. I do these games. This is what I mean. That's a real look into my memory because I literally sat here and did that game. But yeah, I remember Graham Souness and all that going on, a mad one because you won 0-0, won it. Yeah. But he's bigging up their chances. Listen, I think Scotland can do something tonight. Why not? Why not, eh? Do it. Let me just share this one now. Dominic Szoboszlai, obviously top player for his nation, Hungary, captain. Everything goes through Dominic. There shouldn't be no audio. I don't know what it's on about there. So Dominic Szoboszlai will make European Championship history for Hungary this weekend. Why? In the second game, 18 hours after Liverpool. Let's see what he says. He'll become captain in his country, aged 23 years. He'll become the youngest captain in European Championship history since the first edition in 1960. There you go. A few days ago, I found out that I'll be the youngest team captain of all time at the European Championships. This is a great honour for me, and at the same time, I'd like to thank Marco Rossi for trusting me and giving me the opportunity to lead the team in the European Championship, he said during a press conference. Well, there you go. Dominic Szoboszlai, the youngest captain to ever grace the European Championship when that gets underway. So well done to him and good luck to Hungary. Let's get into some Leeds United related news now, folks, as we round off on all the Euros chat there. Leeds United enter race for Championship contract rebels set to cost nothing reports. This is, of course, the Team Talk exclusive report that came out and said that Leeds United are one of like 3 or 4 clubs chasing Callum O'Hare. I would take him 100%. Clearly is not going to stay at Coventry City. I don't know. Joe said it's come from Team Talk, therefore he has to rubbish it. But yeah, whoever gets him, be decent buy, of course. Great number 10. Very, very good. On a free, which will massively help Leeds United, especially when you consider we might have some financial implications. If you then had Callum O'Hare, Rutter, Aronson, Pirro, you're stacked, aren't you? Callum O'Hare would be amazing, so hopefully we can try and get that one done. David Norris has been chatting about Bamford, expects him to stay. I don't think any of us expected him to be leaving, unfortunately. There was a report doing the rounds the other day that Jurgen Klopp was going to be head of global soccer at the Red Bull Group. However, Red Bull have vehemently denied that fact, and also Klopp's agent has vehemently denied that. Total nonsense. There's nothing to it. I don't know what that would mean for Leeds United anyway, but there you go. Look, there's talk of Ollie Skip coming on loan. Ollie Skip is he's a Premier League player for me. Lower end. He was a squad player for a top 4 chase in Tottenham Hotspur. I don't see how we get that one done, if I'm honest. Of course, The Athletic reported yesterday that Leeds United do want Connor Roberts back and could well enter that race. I'm not sold on it personally, just my opinion, but if he comes back, I would have nothing wrong with that either, to be honest. I just think he was seen off on a number of times, but yeah. Opinion piece, Leeds should move for Southampton, target Nathan Wood. Centre-back, obviously, at Swansea, well thought of, but again, it's an opinion piece, no links there, and if he's linked to Southampton, guess where he's going? Southampton. Why? Because they can give him Premier League football. You know how this story goes. There's a report from Leeds All Over saying that Leeds United are likely to see Max Wöber return to the squad this pre-season, with Mönchengladbach currently unable to meet the asking price. I don't think he will, just because we're probably going to be able to retain some of the money that we paid for Wöber. How much did we pay for Max Wöber in the end? Let's have a look. Does anyone know in the chat before I have a quick look? I'm just reading this article to see if there's anything on there, but I will have a look. Let's have a look. Max Wöber. According to this, let's have a look. According to this, 10 million. 10 million? 10 million euros. Oh, no, sorry, 14 million euros. So, yeah, that was his market value. 12 million. No, I'm talking shit. 12 million euros. So, around about 10 million then, yeah? 11 million maybe. Round about that. I think you can get that back and maybe even make a profit, especially if he has a good Euros. So, yes, currently he will have to come back if you like. But I think someone will buy him. Would he do well in the Championship? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I hear it. But yeah, I think someone will buy it. Him. Another report about Callum O'Hare. Obviously, this all comes from the exclusive from Team Talk. David Norris chatting about Bamford. Oliver Skip on loan. We've done that. Let's see what else there is out there. Chelsea's latest transfer move could be the first domino Leeds United need to fall this summer. This is in reference to Michael Elise. Look, he's right winger. Somerville's a left winger. What it could mean, though, is that Palace could then move for Somerville. Because if his release clause is somewhere in the region of 60 million, which is believed to be true, and he's started contact with Chelsea, then that means they'll have money to come and get Somerville. And I think Crystal Palace would be a great move to Somerville, to see how he does there, and then maybe make the jump up. I still think he'd be all right going to a Chelsea, etc. But yeah, maybe that would be a good move for him. So you could see that happen, because they'll be looking to replace Elise. And Crystal Palace have history of going to the Championship for their players. Eze, of course, being one. Adam Wharton being another. And many other players. Ryan Standall's just tagged me in some at João Neves. Yeah, cool. I will check that out, my man. I will definitely do that. So, big up for that. Sorry, I'm just looking at some other reports. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I was just quickly reading something there. See if we've missed anything. But from a Leeds United perspective, that is that. The release clause for release of 6 years only for clubs with the UCL. Okay, so what, Chelsea would have to pay more than that? I'd imagine not. Do you think? Do you think they will be asked to pay more than that because of that fact? Surely not. Rice alas, would I take Vauber if he wanted to play for us? Yeah. Yeah. Don't like him, but yeah. Dortmund needs centre-back. Vauber is a Dortmund-type player. Potentially, he was very good in Germany, weren't he? As was, Robin Koch and co. Shire Leeds, in my opinion. The thing is with Vauber looked amazing because we were shite defending. I don't think he was that great at Leeds. He just came in during a time when we were really bad, so he looked better than what he was. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong. Just on what I saw. He banged his chest so everyone were like, yeah, what a warrior Max Vauber is, yeah. I didn't think he was all that, personally. Just my opinion. Maybe wrong. But yeah. Anyway, folks, I think that's it. I think we've covered all the latest Euro news and any sort of Leeds United news. Big up to everyone that's watched. I'm back at 12. I'm back at 12 today with Connor for the counterpoint. Obviously, Connor's going away on holiday, so we can't do it on Monday, so we're going to do it on Friday. And we've got loads to chat about because it's the transfer window, right? So if you're about at midday, make sure you join us. There. Thanks for watching this. I'll be back in the morning with this. Tomorrow's going to be jam-packed day because, of course, we've got 3 games. Tomorrow, Hungary, Switzerland, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. But the big one is tonight. Up the Scots, up the Jocks. It's Germany versus Scotland. We'll be live from 7:30. But before then, we'll have a video. We'll have a video with Connor, 12 o'clock. So be there or be square. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you at lunchtime. Peace out now, folks.